Peace, greetings, good vibes to you, and namaste. I go by Onyx Moon, and this is Moonstone Magi Tarot. Alright? And this is, oh wow, Libra. Libra. I'm just gonna let you know off the rip, we got the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune card. It wanted to hop out. So you stepping into some fortunate events, or it's time for some things to rectify themselves, because the Wheel of Fortune represents the clock, right? The clock of time, the clock of destiny, things of that nature, okay? So that card wanted to pop out. But as I was trying to say, this reading is for September the 22nd through the 27th of 2025. Let's go. If you're interested in a personal reading, please contact me at the email address. Email is the email address in the description box. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Okay. All right, I'm being told 2 more shuffles, and then we're gonna get into it. Bada bang. All right. So we started off with the Wheel of Fortune, but it's titled the Flow card, right? It's titled the Flow card. So this has to deal with relationships. This has to deal with relationships. All right. Fortunate gatherings, meeting people, probably separating from people that you do not need to no longer gather with. I wouldn't say that. Alright? But that card came out first. And then ironically, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's the number 10 card, right? When it comes to the major arcana. And 10 is about beginnings. Starting something new. Okay? That's what it's about. So, the Wheel of Fortune. Alright? Next card we have is refusing to see. So you could be refusing to see that things need to change in your personal dynamic. You could be refusing to see that things need to change in your personal dynamic. It is time for things to end. All right. Yes, definitely time for things to end. All right. What else? What else? What else? Detach. And this is the Justice card too. This is the Justice card in traditional tarot. This is the Justice card with the number 11, right? With the number 11. This is the Justice card. So keep that in mind, all right? Hey, go in the cage. Excuse me, my dog all in my face. Like, irk, right? But you could be refusing to see that you need to detach from stuff. It is time. It is definitely time for you to detach from some things. Okay? But don't refuse to step into this energy. And then we also have mastery. Right? We have mastery. Mastery of emotions, thoughts, feelings, mostly emotions, right? Mastering your emotions. That's why you see the gentleman right here with the heart behind the bars, not allowing people to have access to your emotions or being able to control you emotionally. Be careful with that. And maybe you haven't really just seen how you're not really in control of your emotions to some degree. Maybe you do not know what you need to detach from at this time, but it's here. It's here. The timing is perfect. The mood is right. The vibe is high, and it's time to let things, fall to the wayside like they need to. All right. Let's look at your action, or let's look at your advice when it comes to the situation. All right. Rest and reconsider. Rest and reconsider. Okay, it's the time for me to move and do some things, right? But what am I refusing to see? What do I need to detach from? what do I need to master on a personal level? Because this individual too, they also have that backpack right there. That's a backpack, and that backpack is stating that there's a lot of baggage that we've been carrying with us, or that we still have attached to us that we need to let go of, which is the detach card. You're thinking about detaching from something, right? Make your next move your best move, Libra. The next card we have is base chakra. So this could be family centered situations. This could be some property that you own. Um, you might need to let go of those things, right? Property, family members, um, a lower nature, right? That you've been exuding or that you've been participating in. You might want to stop that and step into something different because the wheel of fortune is here. It's time for you to be able, or should I say, it is able. I don't know why I'm getting like tongue tied. The time is beneficial for you to be able to let go of these things at this moment. The next card we have is joy and stability. All right, so there could be, you could have a partner that you need to let go of. Dare I say? You could actually have a partner that you need to let go of. There could be a partner that you need to let go of. You have to step away from. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. There could be a partner that you need to step away from. You thought that it was going to be profitable. You thought it was going to be productive and conducive, but in all totality, it's not. The next card we have is listen. Listen to your intuition, right? Your intuition is causing you to think about certain things, which is putting you in a position to detach from certain situations, people, and places. Okay? And ironically, we have the number 11 on the detached card, which is the justice. And we have the number 2 on this high priestess card. This is the high priestess card. So 11 reduces down to 2, but you know it's a master number, so we can keep the number 11. But through listening to your intuition, you understand what you need to detach from. And maybe you are kind of not acknowledging your thought process. All right. And then we have observe. The next card is observe. Okay. And that's right up under the mastery card, which is also representative of the devil. So you need to observe your emotions. You need to observe the things that you are connected to because all of those things aren't productive nor conducive for you. So once you come into a realization of those things, you really know how to act and how to temper yourself. All right. The Master card is associated to Capricorn. I'm being told to bring that up. The Master card is associated to Capricorn, and the Observe card is associated to Sagittarius and Pisces to some degree. So you could be dancing with those zodiac signs at this time, right? Changing how you look at things. Um, Looking at things from a different dynamic or from a different perspective is what allows you to step into mastery, right? But remember, it says observe. Currently, this is what you're supposed to do. What you've been doing, or the energy that you're in, is you're refusing to see. Take those rose colored or rose tinted lenses off and really respect what's going on, all right? So you can achieve that balance, Libra, right? Because you showed up in your reading with the detached card. This is justice right here. And through detachment of certain things, we are able to step into justice and get what we desire. Because some outcomes that you've been engaging in or interacting with, they haven't been giving you what you desire or what you want, right? And through resting and reconsidering and allowing ourselves to observe things that we do not need to attach ourselves to, you are able to make room and step into a space of better receiving better outcomes, Libra. I like this for you, you know. You can't look at things one-sided though, because remember, you are a sign of balance, okay? So if you look at things one-sided, it's not going to really bring forth balance. You're not going to get what it is that you desire. So be respective to your inner calling, what you're observing, what you are willing to detach from, and what you're willing to receive to achieve that joy and stability you need. Bars. All right. Next card we have is, come on, third eye chakra. You got to see things for what they are on a deeper level. Okay? Six is also associated to balance too. Six is also associated to balance. So through perspective, and this is right up under the base chakra card. All right, this is right up under the base chakra card. I can see at the bottom of the deck we got the crown chakra here too, right? So the crown chakra is connected to the base chakra. All right, the crown chakra is connected to the base. The chakras, they work with each other, right? It's not just it's not you just going up the ladder. It's really base, crown, right? Sacral, third eye. You know, it goes like that. So, oh, wow. Wow. Let's go. Libra? Hold on. I didn't see that. Sacral. Third eye. So you're actually connecting and being able to see things totally different than you did before. This could be a new spiritual awakening. I'm just a messenger. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Alrighty. And try your best not to be petty. When you come into this realization of information and you want to start participating in that vibe and you find yourself ascending, don't be petty and try to rub it into people's faces and be like, I'm doing this, what are you doing? Like, try to be just, right? Just means justice, right? Pay attention to your intuition. Acknowledge the right and the wrong, but don't be quick to rub it in people's faces. And I have to remember this too, okay? All right. We have integration, multi-dimensional healing, right? And ironically, the crown chakra, that's a dimension of consciousness. All the way down to the base, right? This is a dimension of consciousness, right? And then everything in between. And dare we say that the heart chakra is involved too? Because we need to master the heart. So this is like a new vitality presenting itself. But you're healing on multiple levels, right? Things that you refuse to see, you're actually here to heal. This is the wounded healer right here. This is the 9 of Wands. This is that Chiron energy, right? You've been there, you've done that, you got the t-shirt, you got the matching pants to represent where you've been, but now it's time to unpack. It's time to take some things out of the bag and let them go because some of those things we no longer desire. All right, Libra? Surrender. Surrender to the process. Dark night of the soul. And like I said, it's time. It's time. You already know, for those of y'all that do not know, right? But for those of us that do know, the dark night of the soul or the dark night of the soul comes at a particular age, right? And then it lasts for like 10 years, depending on how much work you put in. But it normally pops up when you're 27, and then, you got a 10-year time frame. But sometimes we can have multiple dark nights of the soul, depending on what our contract says, our energetic contract, the natal chart per se. That's what your energetic contract is. We could be going through these things and we could be refusing to see, right? Refusing to see what it is that we need to detach from in regards to, our contract fulfillment. Next card we have is Twin Flame Facilitator. Expansive growth. Expansive growth. All right. Bottom of the deck we have Soulmate. Clearing core wounds. So I did say earlier too about there might be a separation from a partner, you thought things were right. You know, divorce could be here too, especially with this detached card, because the detached card represents justice. Justice is associated to the judicial system. So you could be getting a divorce, separating from some things. It doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage. It could be you separating from old friends, circumstances, traumas. Right? We did have the twin flame facilitator, so you're expanding, you're growing, but you do have to get rid of those core wounds, those traumas, the drama, things of that nature. I'm seeing like some new, I'm seeing a whole new you. You got a brand new attitude, all that good stuff, right? All right. We're gonna pull a couple of cards from this deck. We're gonna see what's going on. All right. Let me get one more shuffle for your troubles. And then we're gonna pop this energetic bubble. Libra, Libra, Libra. Tap in for those personal readings too, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. That's free. Subscribe so you can get notifications and check out the vibe that I provide. All right. Drowning. Wow. Drowning. Over your head. Overextended. Rock bottom. I think that you impulsively interacted with some things, and now you're in over your head, and you're recognizing the outcome of these interactions and how they're not really beneficial to you. Okay. But when you let these things go, you know, when you actually let these things glow, yeah, when you let these things go, you're actually able to glow, right? And grow. We did have expansive growth pop up. You have to detach. You know, just imagine all that drama, all that trauma that you've been holding on to. It's like a weight, and it pulls you down into the water, right? To the point where you're drowning in these things, and you might feel like you need to hold on to these things because you've been dealing with them for so long, but they're so wrong for you, and that's what's making you look like you're refusing to see, even though you acknowledge the pain, right? Yeah, come on, it's time to heal. Self-care, introspection, meditation, really going with inside of you and understanding what's really taking place. The next card we have is burnt bridges. Oh wow. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. I'm seeing a divorce of some sort, a separation of some sort. You're understanding that people do not really deserve your trust. They're disloyal. They've turned their back on you. You're seeing this. All right. Whew. You seeing this, man? But don't refuse to see it. Right? You probably got wishful thinking on your mind. You want to give people a second chance. We got the deja vu right there, so you could have probably felt this energy before, was going to resonate or pop up into your cipher. You due to the contract, right? Due to the contract, right? This past life energy could be showing up through these people that you're currently dealing with, and to rectify that past life energy, you have to detach from these people willingly, so you can actually move that wheel of fortune where it needs to be, and you can step into your desires and actually get what it is that you truly need, right? And then yeah, we got nostalgia. So nostalgia would have to deal with the past, right? But we just got through talking about past life, right? Energy. So keep that in mind. You're healing things on a multi-dimensional level, man, right? Integration, right? Multi-dimensional healing. I'm just a messenger. But that's it, Libra. That's a good read. You know, you're healing things on a multi-dimensional level. You're stepping into divine timing. But you do have to respect what you see, because if you do, you are stepping into a place of expansive growth. If you want to get a personal reading, please inbox me at the email address that's in the description box. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm Onyx Moon. This is Moonstone Magi Tarot, and peace.